It's so cold outside. Everywhere I go, it's freezing. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably in the same boat. It's just cold. Pretty much throughout the entirety of the United States, but also in a lot of other areas as well. So today what I wanted to do for you guys is just play with some ice towers and have some fun with them on Frozen Over. So before I get too deep in here, I just want to let you guys know that I have been having some, of course, we can't have an easy year for SJB. I have been having some jaw issues. So if you hear me talking a little bit funny, I've been going to a physical therapist to try to fix my jaw issues, and unfortunately they have made them a little bit worse. So, yeah, there's just no fixing SJB. So if you hear me, like, lisping a little bit, or, things just sound like a little bit off, it is 100% because of my jaw right now. I don't think it's going to be a permanent thing, but just the way it is right now, it's like all stretched out in kind of a weird way, and hopefully I can like tighten it back up or something like that. So my overall plan, the overarching plan, and by the way, if you guys want to be super nice and like try to make me feel a little bit better, press the like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave a comment as well, just for the algorithm, guys. The more you comment, the more YouTube is like, yeah, bro, this is a cool video, and people like to talk about it and like to do things on it. So, like, yeah, let's do that. Let's make it happen. But the overarching plan for this video is I want to get a bunch of icicles. That is the answer. I want to get a bunch of icicles. They cost $3,300 plus $2,700. So we're about $6,000 just for this right here, plus previous upgrades. So it's not like we're going to be spamming 20 of them or 30 of them or anything like that, but like a good 10 icicles would be like really cool to have on our team here. To make that actually unfold properly, though, to unfurl that gigantic ice tongue, we're going to need to make a tiny bit of money here. So we're playing an impoppable not on chimps today. That also allows us to play around with things in a little bit more of a fun way. As far as heroes go, I was like, you know what? Who could actually survive the tundra of negative 15 degrees that is existing right now? Pat. So let's use some Pat action. Plus, he's another slower. So we got 2 towers here that can slow things down. I was thinking if we just do like 1, maybe 2 towers that can hit Moab class balloons, we might be good to go. So I don't know. We're gonna have to like kind of see how it goes down in the long term here, but maybe just a little bit of Pat action early for Moab send back into attack zone or Moab eliminator or something like that. Just like pop the Moab layer, and we might be all right. So I know this is gonna be a little bit weird for the beginning here, but if I just get like 1 or 2 farms going, I think that I can ride this out for quite a while and then actually make some cool plays happen kind of like the middle part of the game here. So we're going to meet you guys back in maybe like 10 rounds or so. Dang, I'm actually pretty impressed with how things are going so far. For cam detection, we're actually going to use a cold snap, and I still want to go for this bottom path ice tower. So I think this is probably going to end up being my first actual ice tower, or cryo cannon, or icicle impale, or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna do a cryo cannon as soon as we get the money. Actually, all right, cryo cannon, totally legit. Check this out. I mean, we did not have to fight that hard for this guy. I've got a banana farm. I've got Pat. I mean, banana farm hasn't even like made its money back yet. We're at 1780, so like I've paid more money on my banana farm at this point than we've actually earned back. So as far as this guy's concerned, we can easily afford a round 30 ice tower with Pat, with ice towers, with other support towers if we want to. And I don't think I'm going to stop there, though. And he's got camel popping power, lead popping power. Holy crap, this guy's not bad at all. He's not all powerful, evidently. We got yellow balloons trying to sneak through the back here. Uh-oh. All right, we're going to have to rely on rose spikes and I guess a long-range dart monkey here to survive. Dang, that's not what you want to see, I guess. I thought he was going to do a little better, to be honest. And then we also have to deal with camo whites on round 37, so we can't rely on him then either. All right, I'm not super excited about this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Because I'm going a lot of lower tier towers, I'm going to go for a weirdo village. Right about here. We're going to get it up that cam detector, so we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the game. We got it. It's in the bag right now. And then I'm going to go for a ridiculous, a very odd, a very early monkey business, monkey commerce. This is going to make all the rest of our towers here 15% less expensive. Up to 4th tier, basically, not including 4th tier. So, yeah, we're going to be saving a lot of money here, man. A lot of money. And, oh, we're not in range here, but I can build another ice tower, which the hotkey for that is T for it's ice time, baby. So, yeah, let's get another one of these puppies up. I think I'm going to go for a second cryo cannon, but I'm a little afraid of the Moab. In fact, I'm so afraid of the Moab that I might actually wait on the Cryo Cannon. We might need to get some more Moab popping power. I don't know if Pat is going to be enough, because he's a good one. But he's not that much of a damager. He's just a slow downer, allowing your other towers to, like, do the damage. So, there's a lot of ways we could go with this, but I think, honestly, a Moab Mauler is probably the easiest. You know what? Let's just get a Moab Mauler. Can I fit it in the range of the village? Oh, look at that perfection! All right, let's get one Moab Mauler. We got Pat's smack attack. This guy's going to be doing all the damage. Look at this thing. Holy crap, that's not bad at all. Put it on strong, and look at the deliciousness. Moabs go down easy. All right, Cryo Cannon number 2. And now is where the spam begins. Will millions of Cryo Cannons actually get us through this map? Up to round 80, yes. I believe that we're not going to have any issues. But after round 80, that is where it starts to get tricky. All right, our first Icicles is here. Now the question is, at this point, do we go for... Because I already have this. I cannot change it. I cannot get the Jungle Drums. I cannot get the Top Path. It already has Camo Detection, so is it worth it to go for the Permafrost with the Top Path, which will give you that Camo lead popping power? Camo and lead popping power. Or is it better to just say, screw it, just go for the Camo Detection and you're good enough? Honestly, it's a really, really tricky question to answer, but I think a good mix is probably our best bet, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to go for a couple of these guys up to Top Path and a couple of them to Middle Path, and I think the main one that I end up getting up to Icicle Impale, if I get any of them up to Icicle Impale, will have to be a Top Path combo. Just so I can hit those DDTs and make sure they're slowed down into oblivion so we can actually take them down properly. As far as Bloon popping power goes, though, this is not a bad strategy. Now, of course, we're playing on a map that's not that difficult, admittedly, but I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to happen long term. All right, let's get one of these up to Enhanced Deep Freeze. We'll get one of them up to Cold Snap, and then we'll do a Kitty Corner Cross Path combo thingamajig. We're going to get the other one up to Cold Snap, and then this one we'll get up to Middle Path. And that's going to be the quattro of Ice Destruction right there. Hopefully that's going to keep us in the game for a while. All right, Moabs. Still easy as cake, dude. I mean, this is just a ridiculously awesome strategy so far. I'm actually really impressed with how things are going. Holy crap, look at this deliciousness. I mean, we've got Camelot Popping Power, we've got Ceramic Destruction. I mean, they just get stuck as soon as they come in. BFB, though. This is our first one. Moab Mauler, surprisingly doing a ton of damage. Like, a lot of damage. Like, an absurd amount of damage. Pat just knocks him back, and then we annihilate. I'm actually a little bit curious. Oh, was I wasting bananas? I'm so sorry. I know there's me guys out there. You know, you see that and you get triggered. I mean, you're like a bowl in a china shop, except the china shop is made of lava. All right, that's exactly how you feel right then and there. I know that wasting money is the worst thing in the entire world to you. And you know what? I'm not one of those guys that I would love to just take a $100 bill, wipe my butt with it, light it on fire, and, you know, smoke some something out of it. I don't want to do that. Not all at once, though. Any of those things. Not combined together. That would be way weirder. But, okay, let's move on. I'm not a money waster, usually, but I do make mistakes, so I apologize to you guys. It happens to the best of us. And now we have to start deciding what are we going to do here, because we are starting to have some issues. Oh, God. Ice Tower. Dart Monkey. Oh! Oh, we're gonna lose. The first issue with our chain right now. Here's the deal. We need 36k for an Icicle Impale, so we're pretty far off from that. But realistically, we don't need more popping power. We need more Moab slowdown or more Moab popping power. And I think a Moab Assassin might just be the magic answer for us. We're gonna get him. We're gonna go for the frag bombs as well. We're going to leave him on strong here. We're going to see if this is magically going to be enough. I can also use Pat's ability, but I'm just hoping Moab Assassin is going to be better. And seemingly, it is. Okay, without even using the ability. Important to note. Now, at this point, we can go for a couple different things. Of course, Icicle Impale, we were just talking about that. But we can also go for the Moab Eliminator. $30,000. Whoo! Hot diggity dog. Yeah, we'll kind of like wait it out. You know, if we can save up for the Icicle Impale, I'm going to do that. It's just way, way better and kind of on par with our strategy. If not, we will go for the Moab Limb and see if he's just going to magically be enough. That's the combo. I want to go for a bunch of freaking Ice Towers. I'm going to start spamming these guys in larger quantities, but I need to go for something big before I do that. And it's just kind of got to happen this way. So I guess in the meantime, I'll probably jump to around like 78 or so, and then we're going to tell you guys a little bit about the coldest that I've ever experienced. And you guys can tell me about the coldest you've ever experienced in the comments below as well, if you want to. Okay, it should be noted that on round 73, we can afford Icicle Impale. And we just wanted to make sure we get a top path, cross path with our Icicle Impale. So I'm going to get him... I think we're just going to go for this one. I don't think it really matters. It doesn't really matter too much, but we're just going to buy it. Icicle Impale. It's official. He's in play. Now, another thing that I don't know. I don't know if this is a stupid idea or not, because I wanted to go for a lot more lower tiers, but I also realized now that we could have gotten primary training and primary mentoring and got some extra buffs on these guys, so I might end up delving into that as well a little bit later on. Kind of like play it by ear, but you know what? For now, let's do something a little bit weird. Let's buy one extra village, just right about there. And then I can buy a bunch of ice towers kind of still in the range of both of these ice towers, or both these villages, hopefully. And see if this play is going to continue on being deliciously amazing. Also, I think at this point, switching from first to strong is probably our best option. Make sure we're hitting the biggest, strongest balloons on the in the map, which are BFBs and oh my gods and everything. Oh my god, I'm wasting money. Oh, look at that. 76 was actually not bad at all either. Okay. I'm really loving this strategy, dude. This is just rocking my world right now. Ice towers for the win. All right, we're rolling up on 79 right now, and things are still going pretty gosh darn good right here. I'm actually really impressed. Tons of slowdown, decent amounts of damage. Pat just smacking big groups of balloons kind of like all on top of each other here. This is a good combo. And things don't even like make it past the front corner here. Oh my god, I'm wasting more bananas. I'm so sorry. It's just gonna happen. I apologize. It's just a thing. Now this is a little bit of a weirder technique, but if you can make this happen, especially if you can kind of like see where the damages are on this guy, if you can time it right, you can actually eat through Oh my god layer and go down even deeper. Sometimes popping through the BFB layer entirely, just going straight into MOABs, or even further than that, I think. I believe this guy does 700 damage, which... I actually don't know how much damage it does now that I think about it. If it does do 700 damage, I should try and look. Let's see. It's going to be really difficult, but maybe I can gauge this thing. 74, 6, 8, 0, 1, 4. Okay, it was like 300. Never mind. I take it all back. But you can actually eat through balloons down to nothing. So a BFB in particular, you can go from a BFB down into nothing. You can just instantaneously kill it if it's damaged. All right, that's the main thing. If it's already damaged. And then you can do the same thing with the MOAB Eliminator. You can actually eat through multiple layers. Sometimes you can go from a bad and just insta-kill the DDTs and get down into Oh My Gods and everything instead, which is kind of cool. All right, at this point, I'm just going to wait it out. I want to see how far this combo can go. If I can beat the game with this combo, I'm going to do it. Now, I have a very strong feeling that that is not going to be the case, but seeing how far we get and how much money we can make in this strategy will kind of like show off its power, because if we can afford a $50,000, $60,000 tower by doing this, then we know that we can like make anything happen, right? We can buy a frickin' MAD or something. But if we can't, we start losing on round 84 or 85, then we know maybe it starts to get a little lackluster a little too quick here, and maybe we should think about doing something a little different here, or maybe not spamming quite as many ice towers or something like that. You know what I am going to do, though? Even though I'm not losing yet, I'm still going to go for my quick primary training, and I'm going to even leave off the primary mentoring now. Okay? No, let's get it. It's $3,000. It's worth. And, I didn't buy this guy up to Icicles yet. I didn't buy this guy up to Icicles yet. I kind of want to do it. You know, screw it. I'm just going to do it anyways, man. Let's freaking do it. Get everybody up to Icicles. Now I got 20k saved up at least. That's not bad. I'm going to see how far can we go with just this ridiculous ice strategy. And so far, it is unbelievably good. Like, it's working too good. It should not be working as good as this right now. I am thoroughly impressed. And don't get me wrong, Icicle Impale is a good tower. But he is not a solo tower. He doesn't just beat things automatically. He's a little weak against the balloons, like a little bit. And then he's weak against big chunks of MOAB class balloons as well. Which, seemingly, our other towers are kind of like getting rid of that weakness. You know, the MOAB Mauler, MOAB Assassin kind of deals a lot of damage to the lower tier MOABs. Pat is also stunning those lower tier MOABs, kind of keeping in place a little bit on top of the Icicle Impale, so it ends up not just being an issue at all. Alright, so at this point we can use Pat's ability if we're feeling it. Why not? 87 is usually a pretty tough round for me, but not in this situation. Oh my god. They're still barely making it to our village here. This is like, what, 15, 20% of the way through the map? I mean, don't get me wrong, this is where my towers are. I don't have towers over here. I'm not going to do any actual defense. But I have all this room to work with. I mean, we're at the very least less than 50% of through our entire path that we can shoot. At the very least. DDTs should also be a breeze, which is not normally what you'd see. Normally DDTs end up being kind of problematic. You got to build a couple new towers here and use some abilities to like make sure you're going to survive. I'm not expecting that to be a major issue for us. So, yeah, just kind of like bumped for this, I guess. DDTs though, you know, yeah. Can we do it? Can we just insta-kill these DDTs? Make them our ice slut. Here we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, did I say that? Live on... Oh, my gosh. Okay, let's edit that out later. Hey, editor. Edit that out later, okay? Let's just get rid of it. We don't need to talk about that. Uh-oh. Here we go. The first major-ish issue. Round 91. And it was what we kind of expected. Fast Moab-class Bloons. I don't know why they end up being such an issue, but they just kind of are. For some reason. I guess Icicle Impale kind of gets overwhelmed a little bit. Also, I'm not sure if Icicle Impale ends up kind of like missing just a tiny bit here because they're not missing necessarily, but not hitting the correct balloons. I mean, he's trying to hit the strong balloons, but if there's other balloons in the way, he might not be able to snipe through and hit exactly what he wants to hit. All right, big chunks of balloons again. The bigger the rush, the worse off we are. That is interesting to note. More DDTs? No issue. Alright, dang, dude, $45,000. And we even went a little wilder with our other random towers here. We got the primary mentor who had 2 more ice towers that we did not need. And we don't know how much they're really doing here. He's got 65k pops. He's got 33k pops, so he's not doing nothing. And he is hitting the Moab-class balloons, too. Which means he is doing some damage to them. All of them are doing decent amounts of damage. This is kind of the worst one. Oh, he's not icicles. That's why. Oh, my God. Get the icicles going, Chris. There we go. Icicles up the Wazizzle. 94, though. A big round. This will be kind of similar to what it's going to be like on round 98 or on round 96. And I'm going to use Pat's ability. Just kind of gauge where we're at here. If we use all of our stuff, we still can take them down. Now, Pat's currently level 17. He's going to go up a little bit here. I don't know if this increased pocket power is going to help us out that much. But, you know, every little bit does count here. At this point, screw the banana farm, dude. Now, I should mention that I have made money off of my banana farm here, but this would actually not be that different on Chimps mode. Besides, I don't think I could do an ice tower start. I'd probably have to do a boomerang sub or boomerang dart monkey or something like that, or sub dart monkey or triple dart monkey or texture dart monkey or something to kind of get going in here, and that would take up some of my space. Luckily, we don't have to deal with that. Dude, we might go all the way. I think round 100's got to take us down. There's no freaking way that we can get through this without round 100 killing us. But I don't know, dude. 98's, it's got to be tough. I mean, how the heck could we take it down? I just don't believe it. But at this point, yeah, I was mentioning my banana farm here. Like, how much money are we making off this? Like, we are playing in Impossible, so everything's more expensive than usual. It's more expensive than even Chimps mode. So when we get a banana farm on this game mode, it kind of evens out. I don't remember the exact amount extra you're making or taking away, but if you have $160,000 and everything is 10% more expensive, that's like 16 grand extra. So we've made like a little extra on that maybe. And yeah, you know what? I don't even need this banana farm anymore. It's donezo. We got 70k to use here. We could buy a MAD at this point, can't we? Or if not, we're very, very, very close. 72. Okay, no, not quite there. Gotta remember, it's not on Chimps mode. It is on Unpoppable still. Things are still more expensive. But to be honest, I think the easiest 2 things we could go for are a Primary Expertise and a Mobile Eliminator. We can afford them right now, 30 and 30, easily. I still have a bunch left over after that, but let's ride it out, dude. I'm willing to give it a chance. This is definitely looking a little scary, but still not bad at all. Holy crap-ola. These ice towers are delicious. All right, I don't know how much monkey knowledge bonuses we're getting off these guys compared to usual. I don't think it's that much, though. You know, like, I don't know. I like to compare things on Chimps to, like, see what if a chimp strategy is like a good chimp strategy. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, we're going to use Pat's ability here while everybody's kind of on top of us. And it's not going that bad. We're stunning all the balloons right here. This is getting the furthest it's gotten so far. But still. Uh-oh. Okay, this is getting a little sketch. We're going to move him to first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This could be the end, but it won't be. Ice Shards taking the cake. We're at $82,000 saved up right now. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. So, TTs, again, I'm not that afraid of. There's a chance that we lose to them, but I don't think we will. No, not at all. But now, round 100. There's just no way. There's no way. I don't believe it. We cannot take down a bad balloon. If we can, this is absurd. Just straight up absurd. So it should be noted, again, we can attack this bad. It's doing, like, 2 damage per shot, though. That's not much. Iskall Impale. We're doing, like, what, 50? Yeah, 50 damage per shot. It's not much. It's something. And then Mob Eliminator, it's doing... Mob Assassin. It's doing most of the damage for us right now, including the extra... I think that was 700 damage. I don't know, man. I don't know how much it does. All right, Patent Ability. The thing is if we pop the bad layer, we might be able to snipe everything on the inside. I just don't think we're going to take down the bad layer. 85k. Come on. Pat gets a second ability. But it's not going to be enough. There we go. We just hit that last damage thingamajig. And even though they're still firing, it won't even pop the bad layer. All right, that kind of makes sense. So we're going to solve all of our issues with a Mob Eliminator. All right, the difference in popping power here, we're going to go 319 up to 323. What was that, 3,500? 4 grand, 4K pops. And look at the ability cooldown here. It's absurd. This thing is one of the best bad poppers in the game. It's easy. You just click abilities. You will take down the bad balloon, and pretty quickly at that. And then, of course, if you had a decent defense on top of that, you can easily win. And we have 55k saved up at the end of this game. And I don't feel like we had to do that much to make it happen. To be straight, honestly, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this cool strategy. Now, I didn't end up getting into my stories today. I'm sorry. I was too excited about the ice towers. But if you guys are interested in telling me what's the coldest you've ever been in, coldest I've ever been in was -44 with the wind chill, and I believe it was in the -20, high -20s, like -28 or something like that. And I'm talking Fahrenheit, which is not Celsius. You might have to do a conversion there. I don't remember what it is, but I can tell you -40 is the same as -40 in Celsius and Fahrenheit, which is kind of cool. But if you guys enjoyed, press that like button, subscribe, and of course have a super duper delicious day.